This is the Chapter 13 study guide. Number 1, we're finding the area of this figure, which is a triangle. So we're going to use the area of a triangle formula. Area equals 1/2 times base times height. My base here is 14. My height is 7. So plug those numbers into the formula. Area equals 1/2 times the base of 14 times the height of 7. Okay, so 1/2 of 14 is 7. 7 times 7 equals 49, and my units here are feet. So area is 49 square feet. That's area. Number 2, a triangle has an area of 64 square yards. So A is 64, and it has a base of 8. So B equals 8. What is the height? We're looking for the height. We're looking for H of the triangle. Triangle is area equals 1/2 times base times height. So I know the area is 64. I'm going to plug that in for A. Equals 1/2 times base, which is 8. So plug that in parentheses, times the height, which I don't know. So I'm going to leave it as H. So I have 64 equals 1/2 times 8. Well, 1/2 of 8 is 4 times H, which is 4H. And to get H by itself, or to undo this multiplication, I divide by 4 on both sides. Those 4's simplify, so H equals 64 divided by 4, which is 16. So the height is 16 what? Well, this is in yards, so 16 yards. The height is 16 yards. And number 3, find the area of the figure on the right. This is a trapezoid. I have unequal bases. We can call that B1. I can call this B2. Those are my unequal bases. I have a height of 5. Remember, the height of a trapezoid is from one base to the other base that forms a right angle. So the area of the trapezoid is 1/2 of the height times the sum of the bases. So let's plug in what I know. Area is equal to 1/2 times height, which is 5. Of course, plug that in parentheses. Times the sum of the bases. So add the bases together, 13 plus 9. So the area is equal to 1/2 of 5, or 1/2 times 5, that's 2.5, times the sum of the bases. Well, 13 plus 9 is 22. So 2.5 times 22, you should find that the area is 55, and this is in yards, so square yards. That is the area, 55 square yards. And number 4, find the height of the figure to the right. So this is a parallelogram, and the area of a parallelogram is area equals base times height. My base is 18. I don't know the height, but I'm told here the area is 90. So let's plug that into the equation. A, the area is 90, equals base, which is 18, times the height, so 18H. Undo the multiplication by division. Divide both sides by 18, and so H, the height, is equal to 90 divided by 18, which is 5. 5 what? Well, this is in centimeters, so the height is 5 centimeters. Number 5, find the area of the figure to the right. This is a composite figure made up of more than one shape, so I need to cut this figure into shapes that I can find the area of. I'm going to decide to cut it right here and right here. If I do that, to find the area of this rectangle, I have 7, it's a 7 by 18 rectangle. So to find the area there, the area is base times height, so the area is base 7 times height 18. And 7 times 18 is 126. Okay, so the area of that region is 126. If I cut it over here, the area of this shaded region is also a rectangle, which I can find as area equals base times height. My base could be 3. My height is 28. Base of 3, height of 28. Oh, wait, that's not 28, because all the way down would be 28. And I'm only finding from here to here. So that's not 28, that is 18. And I get that measurement because I know that from here to here is 18. So from here to there is also 18, and from there to there is also 18. So from here to here is 18, then from here to here needs to be 18 plus something to equal 28. Well, this something would be 10, right? So the 18 plus 10 would be 28, and that would be the length of the entire side. So I need to fix this formula. It's not 3 times 28. Its area is base of 3 and height of 18. 3 times 18 would give me the area of that rectangle, which would be 54. Okay, so I know that this is 126, this is 54. Finally, I need the area of this open region, this white region right here. Well, I know that the base is 32, and now I know that the height is 10. The height is 10. So area is base times height. Base is 32, height is 10 because I found that from here to here is 10. So the area is 320 of this final region. So finally, I just add all these up. I add 126, 320, and 54. 126 plus 54 plus 320. Those areas added up will equal 500. And because this is area, right, I'm adding all these areas up, the area should be in square units. So inches squared. That is my final answer for the entire figure. Number 6, find the area of the shaded region. So I want the shaded region. Well, let's first find the area of the whole thing, and the whole figure is a trapezoid. So area of a trapezoid, remember, is 1/2 of the height times the sum of the bases. So B1 plus B2. My bases here are 11 and 21, right? Call one B1, call the other B2. My height here, the height of the trapezoid is 14. That's how tall it is. So let's plug in what I know. The area is 1/2 times the height, which is 14, times the sum of the bases. So 11 plus 21. All right. So the area is 1/2 of 14, which is 7, times 11 plus 21, which is 32. And 7 times 32 is 224. So that is the area of the trapezoid. Now, I need to take this parallelogram out of the trapezoid so that I just have the area of the shaded region. So let's find the area of the parallelogram, which is base times height. My base is 9 and my height is 6. And so the area of the parallelogram is 9 times 6, which is 54. That is the area of the parallelogram. Okay, so if I take the trapezoid, area of the trapezoid minus the area of the parallelogram, that will give me area of the shaded region. So 224 minus 54 is 170, and this is still the area, so this should be in square units. That's square meters. Okay, the back side, number 7, a diagram of a kitchen is below. How much wood is needed to put in hardwood flooring? Okay, now what this is asking for is the area, right? The space inside of this figure. And so I'm going to decide to cut it right here so that I have a 7 by 9 rectangle. And so I find the area of that rectangle by doing base 7 times height of 9, and I get 63. Okay, so the area there is 63 square meters. This rectangle, I have base 21, height 7. So the area of this rectangle is base 21 times height of 7, which is 147. So if I know this is 63 and this is 147, if I add the two areas together, I would get 210, and of course this is square meters. That is the area of the entire figure. Number 8, find the area of the figure. I'm going to cut it right here so that I have a 12 by 12 square, and I know 12 times 12 is 144. Now I have to find the area of this trapezoid, and because this is a square, every side length is 12. All right, so I have this is one of the bases of the trapezoid, this is the other base of the trapezoid, so B sub 2, and this is the height of the trapezoid. Now remember, the area of the trapezoid is 1/2 of the height times the sum of the bases. Okay, so 1/2 times the height of 10 times the sum of the bases, so 12 plus 21. 1/2 of 10 is 5, and if you add the bases together, you will get 33. And 5 times 33 is 165, and this is square inches. 165 square inches. Come on in. And number 9 here, let's find the area of the entire figure, which is area of a rectangle, which is base times height. My base is 23 and my height is 12. 23 times 12 is... I don't really need to know that because I can find the area of the triangles. area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height. My base is 6, my height is 12. Well, 1/2 of 6 is 3. 3 times 12 is 36. So the area of this triangle is 36, which is the same as this triangle. And if I want the shaded region, I add area of this triangle and area of that triangle, which is 36 plus 36, which is 72. 72, and this is meters squared. 72 square meters.